Hello world, and welcome to AtheneNoctuum Gaming. I'm Kage-song, and this week I would like to start the first installment of what I hope to be a new weekly thing called Some Things VR. And I'm also gonna have an update for the channel, just kinda what happened to a couple of videos and why I didn't release what I planned to, for the few of you that were really expecting a bit more a township tale sooner. So we'll start with that. You know what? These glasses glare really badly. So, I had purchased an Oculus Quest, and then the awesome version 12 update started rolling out, and nothing I could do get the version 12 update to install. But my Oculus Link stopped working anyway. This was my first headset. I'd gotten VR for PC VR specifically. So, yesterday, depending on when you sleep, I went back to the store after checking stock online to exchange the Quest for another one because I decided I really like the mobile stuff. The Quest is great. So, I had thought about getting a Rift S instead at this point because that was a pain in the ass. But it came down to I was going to just go get a Quest. Turns out they were sold out even though they said they had 10 plus in stock. So I came home with a Rift S. So I haven't been able to access Oculus Link. That's why I haven't gotten more Township Tale coming, or videos up. Because I haven't played past the tutorial. I haven't had that opportunity yet. But now I do. So, first channel update, those are coming. So, some things VR. Because I only have access to the Rift S and the Oculus Quest. And I have opinions on everything that I like to share. But I can't do all things VR because I'm broke. Okay, so I do have experience with VR before these two headsets. And I don't recall which headset it was, but I had played some Beat Saber in the past. Not saying much. So this is really my first big foray into 6DOF VR. I've had the Google Cardboard type stuff, but that's about it. So starting with the Quest, I think it was cool, but a lot of people are wondering right now, with Oculus Link and all of that, should I get the Quest or should I get the Rift S? I'm in a unique position at the lower end of income to have been able to try both. Whereas I feel like a lot of creators that are answering that question, have tried both, but have also tried all of the headsets and have that opportunity. And I think that might color their opinion. I love the creators, and I watch them. I think they have a colored opinion based on their access to materials. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. But my opinion as someone who can only have one headset at a time, I got the Quest because of Link, because I was like, I want PC VR, but the mobile and all of that sounds amazing. As I'm using the Rift S, I feel like it has a higher visual fidelity, less of a screen door effect, and I don't care that much about the higher resolution. But it is, or not higher resolution frame rate, but it is an 8 FPS increase until the 90 FPS mod for the Quest is officially available. So, overall, kind of spec-wise, better in my opinion. But there's some other things. So I'm losing the mobile, and I don't like that. I've been outside. I've done a 25 by 25 play space outdoors, playing super hot, and it was absolutely spectacular. But I don't know if that's enough to get me to go back to the Quest because I had all the trouble with the Link and my main focus is PC VR, and I was getting ready to take the Quest down to my buddies this weekend, a couple hours away, but it's just not working right, so I took it up. I did that, like I said. I have this. I came home within half an hour. I was playing PC VR easily, no hassle. This is not heavy. This does not put a ton of weight on the front of my face. This holds on to my head. The strap on the Quest is just rubber that doesn't hold on, and I had to put a 500-gram bag of rice, just for size comparison, to a headset, because I didn't have a better option, onto the back strap of it, so that it would weigh the back down, so that rather than pulling on my face like this, it would balance about here, because the Oculus Quest weighs, I think it was about 695 grams, compared to, okay, it's actually only about an actual 100-gram difference between the whole headset, but that's also considering that this has a lot of weight in the back strap. If I'm offsetting for that, which I could do more specifically, but if I hold it by the back strap mostly and let it rest, as close to what I can approximate as just the weight of the headset, looks like somewhere around 300 grams, which sounds right. I would expect, sorry about my robe, it's laundry day. I would expect in my experience that the plastic band probably weighs about 150 to 200 grams. So it's already distributed differently. And this, some of you are familiar with Halo straps, some of you are not. If you're considering based on head strap, this has a spinner on the back of it, spins backwards, clamps onto your head like so, and boom, I'm looking at VR that quickly. No buttons, no setup, I'm in PC VR. And that is just really nice. And I'm also looking at my desktop and seeing myself really large, which I don't like. What am I doing to you people? So, all that to say, I believe I will stick with the Rift S at this point. And I will certainly be adding more information and updates to that, and following the news on both the Rift S and the Quest. Now, I have done some hand tracking with the Quest and all of that. It's great. I like it. It's cool. It's technologically innovative. It's not being used in games, and I don't need it for PC VR. So it's not making me go back to the Quest in and of itself, and I don't think they're about to bring that to a point where it will. I don't think it's going to be that big in games this early with the state of hand tracking is, where you can't put your hands like this, you can't make a fist, you can't do a lot of things that I would want in games. So it's not a selling point for me yet. But it is really awesome. I'm a huge fan of tech innovation. I think that all of the stuff that Oculus is doing with these two headsets is the direction that VR should go from my experience. Price range is right. Me and my fiance live on a salary from McDonald's, just her own, because I cannot work physically and mentally. And she was able to get me this for my birthday, which is today, as of recording. And she got the Quest for me about a week and a half ago early. Sorry, I'm so tired. I woke up very late this morning, evening. I don't know what to call anything when we're on an overnight schedule, but it's 2:20 a.m. and I've only been up for about half an hour. But I really wanted to get this recorded today and out there, so I'm sorry about that. But the hand tracking is awesome. It's got all the fingers. You know, I flipped the bird and everything. You can do all of it that you can't do with controllers. Oculus Link is really cool. Any computer that's kind of good enough and has a USB 3 port, I can plug into it and it should work. You can take it anywhere and it works mobile. And that's the kind of level of just works I want, is what it offers on the mobile side. And if you're focused on mobile, it just works for mobile. The PC VR side of it, excuse me, the PC VR side of it is a little more convoluted than that and a little harder to access, but not insanely difficult. But it's unreliable as well, apparently. And I just want to plug in and play PC VR, which you can't simply do on the Quest. You can simply do that on the Rift S. The Rift S is not going to get all of these updates that the Quest is getting, as far as I know. So, the Rift S, I think it's going to stay where it's at, but I think it's great. I think it is what it needs to be for the PC VR space, and I think that the innovation on mobile is awesome. Hopefully they bring some of that over. Some people think it might be like the position of the cameras or something that prevents hand tracking on the Rift S. I'm not sure. I will say the visual fidelity of the cameras and the pass-through seems a decent bit lower on the Rift S. However, it also has just shortcut pass-through. You don't have to be setting up a Guardian to pass through and see your surroundings in black and white. So if someone comes in the room, you double tap the Oculus Home button, turn that feature on. It's an experimental feature, and you see your pass-through screen. You can be like, hey, what's up, homie? I see you. You're good. Come on through. You know, oh, you need me to hand you your soda? It's good enough. Reach over, grab the soda, hand it off to your buddy, whatever. Probably smoke a cigarette with it and ash accurately if you just want a smoke break and are too lazy to take your headset off and set it down or hang it up. Very soft cord, very flexible, which is really nice. I do not know if that's standard, but in comparison to what I was using for my PC VR with the Quest Link, I don't know how their $80 cable is going to be, but I used a recommended Anchor and Amazon Basics, which is something that everyone is like, hey, this works. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people commonly. It does. I have a 3-foot Anchor cable, the one that they recommended, except for they recommend the longer one. It was sold out. Got the shorter one. C to A 3.1 USB. Then I got a 9-foot Amazon Basics Type A to Type A, male to female, USB 3.1 extension. Cost me $17 all in all, somewhere around. And it worked. It worked wonderfully. It did exactly what it was intended to do. So, chances of having good luck with that is great, but it was all so stiff. So, moving around in a small space with a stiff cable attached, as opposed to something that is very flexible and easy to maneuver around, sucks. On Sunday, I should be getting some hooks that I ordered from Amazon to connect this to my ceiling better on a tether system. It's pulley and tether, based on a recommendation by a YouTuber that I can't recall which one it was. It was either Thrill Seeker or Eric for President. I intend to attempt to record putting those up so that this will all be on a pulley system. He's already got a video with it in there, but I figure more than one out in the wild, not a bad idea. It's a really good solution, and probably a couple of demonstration videos showing a couple ways of doing it will be good. Since I'm doing it anyway, I figure I might as well turn on my camera pointed at the ceiling and get some footage of it for you guys in case, you know, you need a guide on how to get these set up properly. It's not too hard, but I mean, he had some really good advice on minor details that you just might not think of that, frankly, I'm going to regurgitate. I'll be crediting him in that video, hopefully contacting him to be like, hey, I'm kind of like snarking your idea here. Because it's a great idea. And I'll link to that video as well, because I think I should. I don't think many people will want to watch 2 guides in a row. Just think it would be wrong not to link to that video in either this or a demonstration video or both. I think that's about it for Some Things VR. That's about all I've got news-wise that I'm super aware of and that I have any firsthand with. So that's why it's Some Things VR. I can't tell you a whole lot about the other things. I know that the new HTC, it looks like an interesting price range, but a lot of people seem to be underwhelmed by it. But I couldn't really give you a whole lot of firsthand anything. Just what I've heard in other videos. That if you're in the VR community, I think you're probably watching. So for me to regurgitate that at you without having real knowledge, not great. I do intend to start making this a format that I go and dig out some news for a weekly news as well. But it is not going to be as in-depth as the large VR news outlets that you might know of, or what I would consider large compared to me, Thrill Seeker, Eric for President, that I mentioned before, and I just can't come up with the other ones I've been watching, but I do want to have some news. I think it's a good idea, but I do not intend to be a news source. I intend mostly to be talking about games, talking about my experience with headsets. I am still going to be doing some flat videos, but it seems like people are enjoying the VR stuff a lot more. So I'm gonna focus more on the VR stuff. Coming up pretty soon is going to be the first Township Tale video that will be outside of the tutorial. Game's great. Be here to check that out. I'm getting ready to go into that and start recording and playing right after this is recorded, while it's uploading. Assuming I've edited it. And Josie, AtheneNoctuum, has gotten recorded a video for Fruit Ninja she was playing. And I beat her high score in that video, so so that's gonna be getting ready to be uploaded as well. So we got this. It's going up right now. Those two should be coming up within the next 2 days. And probably Fridays, Saturdays. Expect a format like this. I hope. Some Things VR. Just a little update on my own personal experiences. A little bit of FaceTime with you guys to let you know what's going on outside of the helmet. You know, and you can get a feel for, you know, oh hey, what's going on in the head of the person in the mask. Because I think that's nice. I think sitting down and watching games doesn't give you all of the information you need when it comes to VR. And certainly, VR enthusiasts might just want those Let's Plays and long plays, and that's fine. I'm trying to do kind of a combination that's both very entertaining and fun to watch and informative. So I'm going to try to bring that informative section to these formats. And I hope that works out, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let me know about that in the comments. Let me know any specific news you'd like me to follow in the next week and try to keep updated on. Games that you might want to see some video of. Right now, I am financially not great. I cannot buy new games, so I don't have some of them. I don't have Boneworks, etc. I don't have Pavlov. I don't know if that is a thing still, but I've heard a lot about it, and I don't know what it is. But apparently I'm supposed to try it, but I can't afford anything yet. I do, however, have Viveport and all of the games that it offers. I also do have, like, a library of a few free games, etc. But make suggestions what you'd like to see, and I will absolutely get to what I can. There will be a link to my Discord. If it doesn't work again, leave me a comment and be like, yo, your Discord link's broken, and I'll put a new one up that's fixed. Come join the Discord, chat at me in there, ask me what I have, let me know what you'd like to see, offer advice, criticism, anything you'd like. Just don't be a dick. I think that's it. So I am going to be stepping into A Township's Tale and hopefully enjoying myself. It's been really fun in the tutorial. The community is great. when I do their videos, I'm going to see about putting a link to their Discord. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that or not, but I'll find out real quick. That covers everything. So, this has been Some Things VR with a channel update of why I appear lazy, when I was going to have like 5 videos up a few days ago. It just didn't work out. So, for those of you that were expecting that, sorry. Technical problems, customer support is slow, and I still, in the 3 days that I decided finally to just go exchange that, never heard back from customer support. So those are coming. I might be able to access Vader Immortal still. I got that free. So those might be continued or restarted or canceled, depending on if I get a quest again or not. Because I got those free on my quest, and I don't know if that transferred over to the Oculus Store library. And then that would also mean that the Super Hot Mobile videos would not be continued when I planned on getting the full version of that to do more Super Hot. But I don't think that's a huge loss. Those videos were single eye. They were half the screen wide. I couldn't get a full 1080p or 1440p resolution style video, a full 16:9 video out of it. I don't like the way they look. But if in the future you see that I'm going to be going back to the Quest and you're like, hey, we really like those crappy half-size videos because it shows the mobile side of things, perfectly happy to do them because I'll be playing it a lot if I do go back to the Quest. I haven't decided. Final thing, let me know what you think of that situation. I've got 30 days to decide if it comes back in stock on the Quest, whether I want to keep the Rift S or whether I want to go exchange it for a Quest. I've tried both. I'm sort of torn so far. I love the ease of use for PC VR with the Rift S. Not been disappointed, but I don't know if I'm going to miss all of the other things too much. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And in the next 30 days, I may have the Quest again, depending on what I come to there. And that should be it. I think we covered everything, and I know I said that twice in this video now, but that's it. So I'll see you in the games, and I'll see you next week, right here, Saturday, Friday, something around there, Some Things VR. Take care.